There exist two types of euthanasia, active and passive. The first one consists in when a medical professional or another person do something that causes the patient to die. And the other one occurs when the patient dies because the medical professionals either don't do something necessary to keep the patient alive, or when they stop doing something that is keeping the patient alive.
Jorge and me are going to talk about the in favor of euthanasia, and Angie and Nada will be in against.
Okay, let's see your arguments. Who's first?
Me. According to the philosopher Anaximander, we shouldn't change the order of nature. If we decide to end with the life of one person, we will be going against the nature, because we will be making him or her die in a planned way.
I have one reason to oppose euthanasia. One is based on the principle. It's wrong for one human to kill and intentionally kill another. How are we to admit to another an act to will make them life will? Most of the time, the person feels that in a contrary way, but it doesn't affect them.
Okay. Well, in my point of view is that people say that we don't have the right to choose if we want to die, but also people don't have the right to decide how much pain we have to feel in our lives. So, law discriminate people who doesn't have the decisions capacities to kill, because the suicide is not a crime when someone that has the capacities do it, but when someone that doesn't have the capacities, if he wants to die, people do scandal and that kind of thing.
Modern medicine allows us to survive for much longer. We can take care of ourselves. There is a duty or responsibility to die in consideration of the loved ones who bear the economic burden, not to improve heavy burdens. If I know that one of my family will die, why would I want to keep him or keep her alive if she can be alive by himself or herself?
Yeah, but how can you be sure that he or her is not going to survive? About what Marina said, according to the human rights, it's in the basic human rights, it says that people have the right to life, not to the death.
Well, this is part of life.
I want to say something. According to the manual produced by pain management and care and terminal patient, according to the agency to control the 19 to 99% terminal patients. The problem is in uniform medical personnel using outdated and chronic method often find practice referral from the pain to the advanced thinking makes possible. In the world, the medicine have another option for track euthanasia. For example, the papillary care. This is one option for pain.
Well, about I just say is maybe we don't know if he will survive, but what are we seeing him is that he's dying, he's suffering, he's crying for the pain. So why we rush his first flight? And maybe in the future there will be an improvement in medicine, but how long the patient have to wait for that improvement? So it is necessary for a person to die.
I think nobody deserves to be suffering, and if you can stop it,
I do understand what you're saying, but if we, maybe it sounds like a little hard or a little stupid, but suffer is part of life. I mean, if you don't want to suffer, then why are you here?
but not
Why
that
are
kind
you
of suffering.
studying?
I think.
Why, we have to make effort in order to get the things that we want. emergency. But how can you be sure that you're not going to survive? I suggest you something. If you were the person in the bed, maybe in the future you will have a family, you will get married, I don't know. If you were the person on the bed, would you like to let your children alone?
Would you like that your children see you in a bed for the whole years?
It's part of the family. It is their obligation to support you.
Yeah, but it's their obligation to make you suffer too.
But they are not meant. That's not suffer. They are supporting you. Maybe you say that because you're too young. Yeah, I know I'm young too, but I'm not the one who's trying to kill someone.
But just think, if your mom, okay, if my mom were in that situation, first I will say, okay, doctors, keep her alive. But she's alive, but she's in that way, so my heart will be broken, but I will say, let her die.
Let her go.
Yeah.
But who are you to let her go? What if, who are you to let her go? What if she wants to stay and you don't know that?
But
How can you be
euthanasia
sure?
is because you want to go, not that you want to stay.
But the person isn't conscious, or I mean, he is under, or her is under medication. She's not thinking clearly.
Well, actually, International Medical Association established in 2013 that 78% of the terminal patients asked for euthanasia being in their mental capacities. They were consulted by the saying, and that's why.
I have a quick question for both, for both parties, for both views, for different sides. What to do if a patient says or agrees with euthanasia? Will you go ahead and follow his opinion, or will you be against?
Of course,
In order to protect
if
life.
the patient agree, I will.
Because there are cases in which patients say, yeah, I want to be disconnected. So please, if I get unconscious again, please disconnect all. I want to leave.
But are many options because the popular care is when a patient decides euthanasia, but the medical, psychology, and the family help together to decide another option or something different and don't decide euthanasia.
But what could be the different way? Is stay in life, is keep surfing, is stay in treatment, is stay in bed, is stay in the same situations.
But if
Have you heard about what's in the movie? The doctor can't do that because before he graduates, he has to sign some document or it says that it is her or his obligation to take care of the patient. And even if the patient is asking for that, he can't do that.
Yeah, but
If he decides to do that, he's going against her own ethical principles.
But the ethical principle says that the doctor has to respect the decision of the patient if he accepts or refuses the treatment that
No,
he
it
receives.
doesn't say that.
It says that.
Have you read that?
Yes, I did. I read the code.
It says that no matter what situation, you can't give her the death.
But it also says that you have to respect the dignity, the human dignity and the wishes of the patient.
So you are saying that the instinct is not dignity. You are delivering the person who are sick.
I'm not regretting the body. I'm just saying what the code says.
But it
It
doesn't
says
say
that you
that.
have to respect the decision of the patient if he wants a treatment or if he refuses the treatment.
No, it doesn't say
It says that. I read it. It says that.
Wouldn't it be that maybe there are specific cases? I mean, you won't decide on euthanasia unless you fall into a category, which is a point of no return. There's no possibility. They have pondered maybe that there's too much brain damage and the person is dying, right? But you just maintain the basic signs and the respiration artificially. As you may disconnect a person, he or she might die. You see?
I agree, but they are just why we are just focusing on that disease? I mean, there are a lot of diseases, and if we decide to legalize the euthanasia, there will be a lot of cases where the disease won't be that hard. I mean, for example, when someone have a, I don't know, diabetes or something like that, maybe he or she will be depressed and he will want to end with her life, but he does have hope to survive. I mean, I don't know, it's just that there are a lot of cases, not all of cases are like he is connected to a machine who is keeping her alive.
Yeah, I am just saying that you have to get to that very point. I mean,
Yeah,
that
but
maybe
there is a lot of
legalizing.
cases. There is Alzheimer, you're losing your memory, you forget how to eat, how to talk, you forget your own family. There's a lot of cases that you decide, see, I don't know, parasitize your body, like the other disease, ills like cancer that doesn't do something to you until how much time, longer time, but are other disease that kills you in that moment.
What do you guys think? Do you want to say? Do you want to say something, or say you agree or disagree? Do you want to participate? Any opinion, Jorge?
Well, I've heard about cases, and not simply as being connected to a machine, but just a simple case of Moll's-Golan syndrome, which is Down syndrome. This one, the parents of this young girl decided to take her life by connecting tube to the truck, and then like putting it in, locking her in the car, and just
For carbon monoxide?
yeah, and just put her to sleep by their own terms. They found the body about, well, actually they called the police right after they did it, and the father confessed he did it because he knew that his child was in pain, so he decided to take her life for her. It's not something she was enjoying or doing by her own terms, and he was just trying to protect her own child. Not simply for them, just for her child. So I think I would be going for, I imagine what would happen if a doctor tried to assist you to die, then the doctor will be charged with legal
Concerns.
negligence. Yeah, a medical negligence, so I think I'll go for it. I would do.
So you agree with euthanasia?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, because we were made to survive by ourselves, not by.
Have you heard of
Machine.
cases in which euthanasia is assisted and then the people reacts, the people responds, and the people survives? The person, I'm talking about the
Yeah,
person
but it's
surviving
different cases.
through the process.
We're all different, but also
And through the
there-
process of euthanasia, you may damage the brain of a person with a chemical agent, and maybe he was about to react.
but we don't know.
But how many cases were?
I mean, I've just heard of some cases, a few of
Some
them,
cases.
but that is my only concern. Not that I agree or disagree totally, but I think that of Jorge, his opinion, and I think of mine, there must be a point in which law is specific. You cannot apply euthanasia unless this occurs.
Absolutely. Also, there are hospitals in where a lot of people are waiting for the survival or treatment, and you are using a space, a bed, and machines and equipment to a person who wants to die, who is staying here. So if he wants to die, well, let
So
him
you are
go.
saying that the person is a waste of space. So, okay, let's kill them because we need your space. Sorry. You don't
He
want
wants
to.
to die. He doesn't want to a human, no, like,
Okay, Jorge.
Only I think a little detail about which is the natural process of the body.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
some cases, the body is maybe support all the medical treatments and the medical assistance and all the medicines, but which is the natural process of the body about an infection or some virus.
it's
And-
part of the life, it's a cycle before
Mhm.
you die,
Natural-
then you will die.
Yeah,
You don't know when, you don't know why, you don't know how the process is gonna be. Maybe I
It just
die.
happens.
It just happens.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem special when you decide to kill him. It's nature.
Angelica, question. Jorge is saying something that is very interesting about the reactions of the body. What would be the natural cycle of the body? Would you agree with a person that is disconnected in a moment that is considered a point of no return? That's saying, let's disconnect the human being, and if he survives,
He
good.
may survive.
He will survive. If he doesn't survive, then he must die.
The body needs to rest.
The body needs to rest.
But how can we know if the person just needed a little bit more time to survive?
That is the reason I'm telling you that maybe there is a point of no return that is pondered by the doctors, like saying, this should occur in a lapse of hours. If the response is not acquired, or it's not correct, or it's not achieved by the body, it is the moment in which a body has to rest in peace, or not?
Yes.
What do you think?
I agree, but I don't know why we have to focus just on that disease, because if we support euthanasia, some other people will think that it is okay in some other cases.
No,
They
because
cannot
you will
understand
assist
their
euthanasia to specific cases on the legal status,
In terminal disease.
in
Yes,
terminal
but
disease.
there's a lot of countries where euthanasia applies in some other cases. I mean, for example, if that will be allowed in Mexico, I don't think the country is prepared for that, because
Mhm.
The religion.
their religion and other.
Features, other issues.
I do understand that maybe in some cases that will be the right thing, but I don't think we are prepared for that because
Mhm.
of the situation here.
Mhm. I support your opinion in the fact that following the law in Mexico is another story. It's a problem to make people carry out a good exercise of law. I know we twist law so very much. I understand your point. And I don't know.
And
Yes,
what about brain damage?
brain damage. Mhm.
Yeah, well, in that case, maybe it will be the right thing, but
So you are saying that it's good.
no, I
No.
am not saying. I am not
You
saying
say that different
One
ways.
person on my side, I didn't say.
You are saying that exists different cases of euthanasia. One thing is brain, when the damage is brain, but if your mother or another family have cancer or Alzheimer, you apply euthanasia?
No, but that
Not in that
are
case.
disease that
That's
makes
depending
consequence
on-
in a long time.
Depending on the case. Now, I will play the advocate of the devil, going to the side against. I am suffering. Suffering is part of a human being life. I mean, suffer what you have to suffer.
But what kind of stuff?
Live with dignity and don't decline your life just because you are suffering, just for a moment. If you are paralyzed or something like that, and there's a possibility for recovering, keep suffering, for that's the very moment you have to suffer. There are moments in life you have to suffer. You don't apply euthanasia in a human being that says, I don't want to suffer. You know what? You have to earn death living. It is impossible just saying, you know, oh, I don't want to see her suffering, so apply euthanasia.
We need to be clear. We need to be clear with some brief.
What would you say?
Well, but it's my pain, it's my decision, so people don't have the right of the decision of how much pain I have to suffer.
So it's right to be weak.
It's not right, it's so pain.
Felix,
It is
what do you
right.
think about it?
I don't know.
Felix is speechless. He's speechless.
Make everyone.
Right from the beginning. All right, sorry, but I will.
¿Lo corto yo?
No, I will do the same thing I did yesterday. Okay, so
I think
agreeing.
that it's not possible to influence in the through the life or die. It's a natural reaction of the body.
Raise the hand if you agree with euthanasia. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, only that. 4 people agree with euthanasia. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How you do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. We're gonna do that.
5?
We did 5.
No, your teacher?
Yeah, good.
What does the teacher think? Yeah, we have a bind. Okay, thank you very much.